Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. How you gon' tell me we don't live in hell? My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kings, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. Seen a man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
This is Rudy Speaks, man. We got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rudy Speaks, man. Understand, I'll break it down right quick, though.
Don't forget it. One who West in my brain, one who West in my heart, one who West when I finish, one who West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the window, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. These fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring commas. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. That I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man, I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate maker to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like I'm born with them. We at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? Hope World West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one with these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim me riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. We at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm World West, go to war with everybody.
Hey, I don't give a love a fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love a fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gon' miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like never get up out my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you. One body, one way, some break off, but never take off as a flex. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas trippin', they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the Glock with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got 9s, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why like, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest hoe. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating why the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy? Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Revenge taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangents. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they want, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. round with Yaradon. Just left the state bridge, looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
All right, let's clap it up. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to the brother. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahshua. I am priest and officer 5000 Maccabia out of Twin Cities, otherwise known as ISUPK, Minnesota, under commanding General Yohana. As you know, today is the second night of the Feast of Purim. All right, give that a hand, Baba Shah. Again, for you sisters out there that are not in the school, who keep saying that, we do not honor or celebrate, Black, Latino, or North American Indian, Esther is the proof of that. The Feast of Purim is the proof of that. And also, too, let's make sure that we get other examples of the sisters in the scriptures. All right, a few off the top, right? Right. So, just later in the class. So, of course, once again, we talked about pretty much the introduction of what the Feast of Purim is, all about. But however, we are going to finish off with how everything ended. Because this is a day that we should remember. The Feast of Purim is something that holds weight, it has meaning, it has purpose. Not your St. Patrick's Day, not your Halloween, 4th of July, Independence Day, Mother's Day, or Father's Day. Those days have nothing to do with you or anyone for that matter, to be quite honest. It's all, just surrounded by fake gods. And it's really just, a moneymaker. It's business. Every holiday that comes around, there's always some type of special sale. It's all about money. It holds no weight. It has nothing to do with anything. St. Patrick's Day, once again, is about violence, unlawful sexual activity, just sexual deviancy. You can expect a lot of Epstein behavior to go on this month. All right, mind you, also too, the month of March is Women's Month. Okay, So you definitely, you sisters out there, you want to be careful, because there are men that do not want to do right by you, but would try to pervert you, try to harm you. And this is not a time for you to be silly and simple-minded. You want to protect yourself, especially with these wars breaking out. Don't you know there are about, 14 or more, countries that are currently at war right now. And don't think for one second that America's not on that list. America is doing damage to these other countries, man, unaliving people left and right. You got to ask yourself, when those bombs hit America, when they hit the major cities of the U.S., who is going to protect you? Who is going to, look after your family? Who's going to look after your well-being? The only way to survive, the evil of this place is you have to have a hedge over you. And that is the Most High, by keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments. And if you have a man, if you have a father figure, or you have someone that is more wise and it's better than you as far as wisdom, that person you should be right next to. You should get all the help that you can get. And hold on to it in these last days. Otherwise, you will be just like everyone else, dying, unalived. All right, I pray you understand. So again, once the sister Esther, man, amazing sister. She listened to a Benjamite brother by the name of Mordecai, who raised her correctly to free and help her people survive from the oppression and the demise by the hands of a heathen that wanted to take our lives, that wanted to destroy us because of his ego, because of his pride, because of his lust and his hatred towards us. All right. Where did we leave off? So it was chapter 3, right? I said. I want to say it was towards the end. Let me see. Yeah, that's the part that I want right here. Let me see. Okay, I want verse 8. Chapter 3, verse 8 of the book of Esther. So we are going to dive into the book of Esther once again, chapter 3 from last night, and we are going to finish off, and we are going to read jump around a little bit between these chapters, just to get straight to the point of what this what the Feast of Purim is all about. All right, and also too, if anybody has any questions or concerns, you can type it into the chat. Go ahead.
The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8.
And you can always chime in as well. You got it.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Now, Haman or Haman, this heathen is saying to, the heathen king, like, look, there are people that are among us, and they are different. Their laws, their ways, their culture is diverse, meaning that it is different. It is separate from ours. These people that are among us. And I actually keep going, because I'm going to mention another point. Verse 9.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Oh, it's like that's the other point I was going to make. When he said that it's not for the king's profit, meaning that because their ways, their laws are diverse, it doesn't benefit the king. Because, the thing is, when you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, what are you not doing? Oh, I know the fuck they did not. Good night. Somebody give me 1 second. Boy, Esau is the devil. Give me a second. Salaki, y'all. One second. Salaki, y'all. Give me one moment. Yeah, Esau working. For some reason, it just flagged it.
But I might have been the music there. It's like they got it flagged.
Yeah, I played it yesterday and they didn't flag it. I'm taking another look. I'll find we made a mistake. Yeah, I need to restore that video.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can play music while you.
No, so it's all good. It's done. All right. Salaki, actually, now it's asking one more thing. Salaki, y'all give me 1 second.
Turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. How you gonna tell me we don't live in hell? My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kings, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray aloud. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. See a man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono try to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said.
All right, so lock it for that, y'all. Having technical difficulties. As you know, the technology is not perfect, and we have enemies that are watching, always trying to destroy our live streams. But of course, this truth will always be pushed. All right. Can you read where we left off of?
We're in the book of Esther, chapter 3, at verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hand of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasuries.
Keep going.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
Keep going.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
So what you're saying right now is, again, like this is the setup for Haman to put a hit out on the Jews, and we are going to read more about that. Also, too, the king gave Haman that ring, all right, and to get, like, as a king, when you give over a ring or give over a certain type of gift, it shows the status of that person to the king. And Haman or Haman was very close to the king, all right. He was his next in line, and whatever he needed, he was going to get done for him. Okay, that's like his right hand man. It's no different than Pharaoh, and the men that he had with him. Although Joseph became, pretty much second in command under Pharaoh, ruling Egypt. All right, keep going.
Verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Now the king gave Haman, some authority to do as he pleased with this money and the people, the thing that seemeth good to him. But what we are going to find out, because of his pride, it's not going to work out as well as he think it is. You know what I mean? And now, once again, what says it seemeth good to thee? I mean, we know one thing is our oppressor, especially, the white man, he is absolutely lustful when it comes to wanting to unalive. And if you tell him it seemeth good, he's going to do every disgusting, vile thing to you. You know what I mean? It's not going to be humane. It's going to be unhumane. We see it every day in life right now. Go ahead. You want to say something?
If I may now, just to add to what you're saying, like Haman just put a hit on the Jews,
right?
And the king pulled off a ring, and he paid the bounty with one ring.
Exactly.
Like that's you know, like you said it yesterday that this king had power. You know what I'm saying? He had so much power. He had men who were over women.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Who had the charge of handling the king's women.
Right, the maidens.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Right.
So this cat had power. He took
right.
one silver ring, handed it to Haman,
right,
and said, "You got it." You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. You know what I mean? So that lets you know who this sister is now married to.
Right.
Who this sister is ruling alongside.
Exactly.
Which I believe is very important to the plot of this story.
Absolutely, because I mean, what you are about to see, I mean, it's something amazing. You know what I mean? Just even going back to the beginning of how Esther even came into play. You know, from the start, how she even made her way, you know, to be in the sight of the king. You know what I mean? This was all the plan in order to, you know, try to find a way to save her people. You know what I mean? And once again, man, the Lord makes no mistakes. The Lord wanted this to happen in order for Israel, the Jews, to be delivered. But of course, because the Most High was with a man named Mordecai, you know what I mean? And the sister Esther was on one accord as well. That's why this thing succeeded. In everything in life, if you want to succeed, you have to have the Most High with you. How you do that is obeying. All right? Obeying takes action. Not what you think, not how you feel. It takes work. You know, faith without works is dead. If you want something out of life, you got to work for it. Right. And what these two Israelites did was work their way to the top. Is what we're going to find out. Is that they worked their way to the top in order to, for the benefit of their own nation. Keep going. Verse 12.
Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month. And there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language. In the name of King Ahasuerus was it written and sealed with the king's ring.
And this is the part that I want to get into. This is also a good verse. Verse 13 is also a good scripture to use for you brothers out there who battle with the shield of David. You know what I mean? The shield of David, how it's, the king's ring was sealed. You know what I mean? It's a signature. He had a whole stamp on his ring, which is hardcore. You know what I mean? That's hardcore. Like right now, like for example, I'm a notary and I have a specific stamp. But this king, this man, he flexing with that ring where it got his name engraved in it and he could just stamp any letter and that's that. And you know that it came from this king over here. All right. Now, however, he sent the letter to everyone that was nearby in their own language and stuff like that. You know what I mean? In a private sense. Keep going.
And the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is a month Adar. Which is the month Adar.
Right.
And to take the spoil of them for a prey.
So this man Haman convinced, he got the king to sign off of, Shalom World Crisis. You know what I mean? This devil, got the king to sign off on a decree because that's what it is. What that letter that was signed was a decree. It was a hit. It was a contract that was sealed by the king that gave the authority, the okay for Haman to carry out this vicious violence, this vicious massacre that he wanted for the Jews. And not only was he trying to unalive the men, but the women and the children. He was trying to wipe them all out and take their spoils, their valuables. Like you can't tell me this is not happening today. Does anybody know about the story of Breonna Taylor as far as what happened right after she got unalived? Does anybody know what happened to her house? It was it's been a whole thing where after they unalived her, they sold her house and bought it off the market for $1. Why is that? Anybody? Why do you think that happened? Say it again. Exactly. Give her a hand. That's it. That's it. Because what you're gonna find out with that story is that not only did they unalive this sister, but they were trying to cover their tracks to make themselves look innocent. And you know, there's footage out there of the family, you know, and the family would tell you that they was given hush money and to shut their goddamn mouth, otherwise they're next. You know what I mean? They would be next. Just to show you that there's no mercy at all from the oppressor. Okay? There's no mercy whatsoever of this oppressor. Like he will go to the low is low, the lowest hell when it comes to him want to unalive you. Like we just saw with General Hyman, where this man who used to be in the military, he says that, you know, it's like a feeling of adrenaline rush. It's like drugs to him when he was unalive and out there in different countries. It's no different with this oppressor. They will go to I'm talking about, like some things that I've seen and some things that I've heard that has been done by the hands of the oppressor is something that in my anger, I would never consider when it comes to hurting somebody else. The most I probably want to do is just fight. But like some people just take it too damn far. And we're seeing that right now with Esau. You want to say something?
No. No, I'm good. I do want to say something, but it's...
Yeah, go ahead. I want you to finish that. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay. I'm going to read this again. It says,
you can read it and then respond.
The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
The letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women. And one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar.
Right.
So, you excellently put it. You know what I'm saying? The way you put it was, perfect. I just wanted to talk about that month, that time frame.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people either get confused or just don't know about the way that the time frame goes, like as far as months,
seasons and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the year. You know what I'm saying? So this month, this 12th month, which is called Adar, we're in that time right now.
Right.
We're in the month of Adar, which is why we're celebrating the Feast of Purim.
Right.
Because the Feast of Purim happens in the month of Adar, which is the 12th month. Which is also why we are going to celebrate the Passover next month.
Right.
Why?
Because
the Passover takes place in the first month.
Right.
You understand? So that what you have posted up on your wall, you know what I'm saying, with the January to December, that's called the Gregorian calendar.
Right. That's right.
You understand? And of course we go by that because that's the way
our captivity is.
Our captivity is.
Right.
You understand? So we go by that, but we know in the ISUPK that we are in the month Adar.
That's right.
You understand? And next month will be the month Nisan, which is the first month of the year. Right. Our month, our calendar.
Right. Our so-called New Year.
Exactly. Our so-called New Year fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why we will be celebrating this Lord's 57th annual Passover.
Yeah, 57.
You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Get out of here. Damn right.
You know what I mean? Definitely be in the building when that goes down. It's going down Houston, Texas, April 4th.
Yeah, damn
So
right.
you do whatever you can to get there, because guess what? You know what I mean? This could be the very last one.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, the way the prophecies are moving, like you said, it can very much be our last one.
that's all I'm saying.
That's it. Okay, the water. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And also too, I'm glad you said that. Somebody, I want to say during the Day of Atonement, someone on our Facebook had comment on one of our posts of the flyer of the Day of Atonement and asked, like, oh, the dates are wrong, and how do you know that this is the time to celebrate the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Memorial, going to trumpets and things of that sort. And it's like, because we have men that follow the calendar. We know how the calendar goes. We have a system that we always follow since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? And it's not a coincidence that when you read the scriptures, it tells you what each high holy day and holy convocation starts, like the month. Now the day can be different, absolutely, but what's important is the time frame of that month. Mm-hmm. All right. Once again, like, this is the 12th month according to our calendar, according to our records. Like you said, Adar. Okay, keep going.
Okay. And to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Right. Once again, like Esau, not only does Haman the Agagite want to destroy you, but he wants to rob you as well of your spoils, of your valuables. Like, imagine that. Like, how do you rob somebody that's already just destroyed? Someone that's already just dead and gone. Like what more can you do? Like how disgusting can you be to want to even go that far? Like, these are our people to this very day that are not humane. They are not civil. And yet we want to have equality with these type of people. You can't. There is no such thing as unity, because even they will unalive their own if it means them being at the top, which is happening right now. Have you seen what has happened in Israel and Iran? Iran. How the hell you say that shit? You know what I mean? Iran. And I'm sure they were running. It's a lot here. You know what I mean? When those bombs dropped, I'm sure that they were running for their lives. Right. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 14. The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, that they should be ready against that day.
Hey, have you ever heard of extra, read all about it? Right. Everybody was sent this copy of this letter to let everyone know that on this certain day, this is when we are going to destroy the Jews. All right, like, imagine that. There's a whole flyer that's being advertised about your death. And you know what? You know what's so crazy about this, Let's go back to when you lynched the nigga, they had flyers. Yeah, they did. You know what I mean? They celebrated it. Yeah. They had flyers, postcards. You know what I mean? They had little commercials, and billboards, just to show. I mean, just for everybody to come from everywhere, all four corners of the earth, and just to look at this family, this man, this woman, this child be humiliated, castrated, and just unalive. And when you look at those pictures, right, they are smiling. They are enjoying this. You got children who are like 5, 10 years old, posing with a dead body of a Black Latino, a North American Indian man. Once again, these scriptures, man, you have to read it from a practical lens and not a Jewish white man lens. Because you think this is about fairy tales and stuff like this. This is what is going to save your life. And because of Mordecai was he was in 2 captivities. If you go back to chapter 2 or 1, it speaks about Babylon. He was not only in the Babylonian captivity, but now in this one, underneath the Persians, because that heathen king was a Persian. And this man knew the law and he kept it. And because of that, that's how he thrived and survived. Keep going.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
The post went out, being hastened by the king's commandment, and the decree was given in Shushan, the palace.
Mm.
And the king and Haman sat down to drink, but the city Shushan was perplexed.
That's crazy. So the king and his right hand man Haman or Haman is sitting back, relaxing, getting merry. You know what I mean? Having a drink, while everybody else is just on edge. So someone at the door. You know what I mean? While everyone else is just on edge about what's about to happen. Imagine you have a date about your own demise.
Yeah.
I mean, you are going to be terrified. You are probably going to be praying to every God that there might be out there if you don't know the Most High. I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? Keep going. Oh, Salak, my bad.
Hold on 1 second.
Salak, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. And also, too, I did want to say this, right? The scripture in Deuteronomy chapter 28, 49 through 50 lets you know that our oppressor does not have any regard for the young or the old. Understand that they are people that are not going to help you, but will always hurt you when they find the opportunity. You might have somebody in your life or know someone in your previous life where they are a different nation of people, but they treat you with some type of level of respect and kindness. No sweat. That's possible. All right, that is very possible. But however, you have to watch out for these people, because the moment that they feel threatened, the moment that they feel attacked, they will always choose themselves. And we see that all the time. In any aspect throughout life, they will always choose their own. I don't see no damn beast, no deers, best friends with lions. They don't kick it. They know who the enemy is.
Yeah, it only happens on Disney Channel.
Exactly. Which is absolutely just stupid and a bad way to teach children. All right, go ahead. What's that? Chapter 4. Yep. Let's get it.
The book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah. So some of these I'm gonna jump around and skip so we can get to chapter 9 eventually. But I just want to get to the premise of it. Go ahead.
When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry.
Right, you know what I mean? Like Mordecai heard the news about this decree and how, his people were going to be unalived. And, the state of mourning, like, how they have black to represent mourning at a funeral or a burial? That sackcloth, and the ashes, it was a symbol of, like mourning and death and despair. And the ripping off the clothes because of just the anguish. Is it anguish or
English?
Yeah, I think it's anguish. The anguish or the pain of this thing that is to come. Okay, so like once again, imagine your picture is on a flyer, and the date says on this day you are going to lose your life. I mean, I would think that you are going to be in flight or fight mode.
Yeah.
You are going to try to figure your way out of this. You are going to try to escape, do something, but you are definitely going to be in hell mentally and physically. It's no different with King David. When Saul was after King David, he was on the run, but the Lord was with him. It was crazy. Like imagine this king that you was once cool with, who is chasing after you, having people trying to get you unalived. And then, the Most High is with this man, and you end up dying and losing your life. That's crazy, man. Keep going.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth.
Uh-huh.
And in every province whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting and weeping. and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
Keep going.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this where they think Ash Wednesday come from?
I've heard that. That's part of it, but based on the breakdown that Captain Mashak had broke down, because that's up his alley with the yours too. Yeah, as far as the Ash Wednesday, with the islands and stuff like that, and the culture that comes behind it. It's part of it, but yeah, I would say it's part of it. Yeah, it's part of it. But in actuality, it comes from the heathens. We just adopted it, just like Rastafari and culture and stuff like that.
If I may, I would say it's a misunderstanding of the Bible.
Absolutely. Oh, of course.
Yeah, like heathens don't understand the Bible, so they take what they read and they turn it into a holiday. But the Lord gave us a holiday, which we'll get to at the end of the story. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also too, a little bit of Christian dogma. Christian dogma just means something that's not. Okay, Christian dogma is, like I said, a misunderstanding. All right, go ahead. You got it.
Verse 4. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it her.
Mm-hmm.
Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai, and to take away his sackcloth from him. But he received it not.
Right, she was trying to comfort Mordecai. Because she heard the news as well. When she heard it, even herself was grieved. Now, this is a time where she has to figure out, like, how can I change this? How can I fix it? And you sisters out there, man, like, I ain't saying that you gotta be, you ain't gotta try to be in every place of power to try to change the rules. Because understand this, everything is perfect the way Esau made it. Nothing is broken. Everything is set up exactly how they wanted it to be. However, there is a way to dissemble or to break down this system without you trying to, want to join the oppressor. There is a way to destroy this place. You don't have to be like them. You don't have to suck up to them, kiss their behind. You don't have to strip who you are as a brother, a man or woman, or your morality at all. All right, when it comes to these people. Keep going.
Then
5.
Then called Esther for him. Then called Esther for Hatat, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
Keep going.
Verse 6. So Hatat went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasury for the Jews to destroy them.
Now Esther sent somebody out to go talk to Mordecai to, deliver this message, and to, just to pretty much have some communication amongst each other. And Mordecai, he describes what the situation is concerning this decree that was sent out by Haman. Keep going.
Verse 8. Also, he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given to Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she could go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make requests before him for her people.
Right. So now Mordecai, had some information and had something for this sister to do. All right. Since you are in this place with this king, this is what I need you to do. All right. And this is the order.
Right.
I need you to make supplication and to, do what you do as a woman to talk to this man to fix this situation.
Right.
Because once again, women are absolutely powerful. The Bible says, what about women?
It says there's three things that are most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Women being the most powerful outside the truth.
Right. So once again, drugs is absolutely strong. It's horrible. Alcohol is very strong, and it can be very horrible if you use it. If you misuse it. There are so many different devices that can bring a man down, but there's nothing powerful than a woman.
Said,
you know what I mean? Say it again.
Many men have fallen by women.
Absolutely, and many kingdoms as well.
Yeah, kingdoms.
You know, and that's paraphrasing. I mean, we the first example I think about is King Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All the, like these women. I mean, a lot of these women were heathen women that he had made idols to, for their gods, and because of that, it caused a disruption in our inheritance, our kingdom within our people. Okay.
All right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Go
Man, you fly already. You ain't gotta check yourself. All right. You fly already. No, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
So verse 6. So Hatak went forth to Mordecai into the street. Went to the street of the city, which was before the king's gate, and Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Mm-hmm. Also, he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it to Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people.
Right. If I could, once again, like Mordecai said, hey, look, man, there's a situation going on with our people. Here's more of the insight of what's going on. You got to find a way to speak to that king and make it right, because you are in that palace. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like you have to speak to this man, right, to fix the situation. Go ahead.
If I may, imagine a man mourning, right? Like crazy, going crazy outside the gates. Like he's stressed. He's stressed out. He's trying to get in the gate, but of course they're not letting him pass. And he's dressed in sackcloth and covered in ash. Like, no, you ain't getting past this gate dressed like that, looking like that. You know what I'm saying? This is a royal place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You come for the king, you gotta present yourself accordingly.
Right.
So he at the gate, they not letting him in. So now he's like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what he's yelling out and screaming out. And what's her name? Esther hears about it. She's like, what the hell? Man, send this man some clothes. You know what I'm saying? My cousin.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a dad to me.
Right. That's
what I'm saying. Send that man some clothes. Mordecai refuses it. So then she sends her servant or whatever to go talk to him. And, he probably drinking. I don't know. I'm not going to put that on him. But, put yourself in that situation.
I would just say, he's stressing him out.
You know what I'm saying? You hear this type of news, like, the king going to kill everybody, all of my people?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So, you want to say on the line.
Okay, so the king going to unalive all of my people. You know what I'm saying? You would be stressed out. You would probably drink a whole bottle and then some.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Go berserk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So the messenger, I get like that.
No, that's all. It's a lot. I think me and you both. Go ahead.
So you know what I'm saying? The Hatak come down. He talking to Mordecai, and Mordecai got a message for Esther. You know what I'm saying? He's telling Hatak, tell Esther, you know what I'm saying, to basically seduce the king, and you know what I'm saying, get him to do something about this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So just to give you perspective of
right.
Like when you read the Bible, you have to think of don't think of it like it's spooky.
Yeah.
And magical.
Right.
Put yourself in the position of the people in the Bible that you're reading about.
Right.
Put yourself in the situation that they're in. You hear that your whole family about to get wiped out. What are you going to do? Especially knowing you got somebody on the inside that can do something about it.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to get that message to them as however you can.
Right, and like Esther wasn't the inside man, but the inside woman. Like Mordecai had somebody in the inside, right. And he's like, "Look, this is what I need you to do because you're in there, and I'm out here. Right. I need you to carry this out,
right?
And this is how it's gonna go. And that's like how this is gonna play out. It's gonna be so glorious. And let's keep getting. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? I definitely want to get to the other chapter.
And that's how he set it up in the first place.
Exactly.
You know, he's like, look, man, I'm gonna put you in there. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You bad as hell. The king ain't gonna have no choice but to make it.
Look, Mordecai raised this woman up at like his daughter. Mm-hmm. This man put in blood, sweat, and tears and time. Mm-hmm. It's like time into this woman. You know what I mean? And I mean, what she should do is listen to this man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He took care of her when her parents were gone. The least that she can do is follow this man's counsel. Right. Follow and listen to this man's words.
Right.
And because of that, man, like the Feast of Purim is absolutely just one of those feast days that are just something that women should look at when it comes to modeling yourself of who you should be. All right? Keep going.
Verse 9. And Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. And again, Esther spake unto Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know what that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death.
Keep going.
Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days.
So right now, shut out until time for 30 days. Mind you, so it's not going to be enough time to try to, reverse this decree. So once again, that's why the game plan was is for Esther to speak to the king, because Mordecai is not able to, right. To plead the case for the Jews and himself.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because what she's saying, nobody sees the king without an appointment.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You can't just go to the judge today in 2026 without a court hearing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is a appointment.
Exactly.
You can't call the a your honor. You know what I mean? Hey, this, that, and the third. Like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. You have to,
No.
Like you have to, play it how they do it. Play it by the rules. And once again, it's very funny that in today's time, it's no different than back then. Again, you can't tell me this Bible is not real.
Right.
All right, that's the system that they had set up. That's how it was back then. That's how it is today. You can't do certain things without appointment when it comes to a authority. And the king of Persia was absolutely authority. You can't just walk up in his home, in his palace, in his dwelling place, and not have any type of appointment. All right, any type of approval. Keep going.
Verse 12. And they told to Mordecai Esther's word. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. You check the hell out of that.
Right, exactly. There you go. Keep going.
For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Like Mordecai is letting this sister know, the reality of, like, look, you can't escape, what's about to happen either. You know what I mean? Although, the Jews are going to be killed, understand that you are a Jew too. You can't hide and escape from what's to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, that decree says the Jews. And Esther is a Jew.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, let me see. Give me 1 second. That was 14?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead. No, I'm 12.
No, I'm saying, can I say something?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Okay. If I may, sir, you understand? And with, like, the way he just checked her is so cold-blooded. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what a lot of black people today think. Like, Christians teach this today. They think that their life matters over other, like Emmett Till's mother, Mamie Till, right?
Yeah.
After his funeral, she became like an activist, right?
Right.
And she made a
that's
speech.
a perfect civil rights movement.
She made a speech saying that she used to believe whenever she would hear stories like her sons from other families, she used to think, well, it ain't my baby. You know,
it's like you might get in that door, barber shop, the water sis.
So she made a statement saying that, well, you know, thank God it ain't my baby. Thinking, you know, if it ain't her baby, it ain't her problem.
Right.
And then when it happened to her baby, she realized that when it happens to any of us, it's all of our babies. You get what I'm saying? She realized in that moment that she can't be selfish. She can't think selfishly and think that since it's not her child, she doesn't have to be involved. She doesn't have to be concerned.
Right.
You understand?
Absolutely.
And that's what the Christian church teaches us. It teaches us to be very selfish.
That's right.
And only think about ourselves rather than our nation. You understand? Because Esau don't want us thinking of each other as one nation.
Right.
They want us thinking, they want us fighting with each other. They want us picking colors. You wear blue, I wear red. They want us picking streets. You stay on 62nd, I stay on 63rd.
Yeah.
They want us picking skin tones. You're a light-skinned nigga, I'm a dark-skinned nigga.
Right.
They want us picking languages. You speak Spanish, I speak English, I speak Creole, I speak Patois.
Right.
They want us divided.
Yes.
And that's what Mordecai had to check out of the system.
That's right.
He had to show her that you thinking selfishly.
Yes.
You're thinking about yourself. But you don't realize that your end could come from another way.
Absolutely.
And this, what you don't even realize that you was put in that kingdom for this reason.
Right, damn right.
To do something about what's happening right now. That's why he said, you understand, that, and who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this.
Right.
This is your time, Esther. Right. And guess what? I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason why we're reading the book of Esther. Because she took that opportunity. She realized that her time was now.
Absolutely. Oh, man, that's on point, huh? Hey, close that door. All right. Don't leave it unlocked, Papa Shaw. All right. So no, that's a heavy point. You know what I mean? Like he had to make sure that she wasn't distracted, and that she understood what was at play here. You know what I mean? And like it's, you know, she had to understand that she should not have forgotten, you know what I mean, as far as what was happening right now. Because like you said, if it don't happen right now, it's going to happen another way. You know what I mean? It's going to happen another way where she is going to be destroyed as well. We saw what happened to Vashti. Right. You know what I mean? As soon as Vashti disrespected, you know what I mean, the king, she was out of there. All right. Keep going.
Verse 15. Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Verse 16. Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, nights or day. So like neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise. Right. And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Right. And actually, too, I think you asked about this yesterday.
No,
I know the sister. Yeah. Kaya. Yeah, Sister Kaya. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Was it Kaya?
I'll let her know. Shirai, right? No, was it Shirai or was it Kaya?
Yeah, I think it was Shirai.
Shirai? Okay, yeah, I'll let the sister know. You know what I mean? If she's watching class, you know. But yeah, that's right. If I perish, I perish. You know what I mean? And that's heavy. And also, too, we know that fasting and praying is something that is very beneficial when it comes to the Most High. That's why we have days like the Day of Atonement to afflict our souls. You know what I mean? The Most High is paying attention. He's paying attention, you know what I mean, with that fasting and praying. Because what's happening is you are trying to, tell him something like, hey, look, we are suffering. We are in the jam. They are trying to unalive us. We need deliverance from this thing. And with fasting and praying with the Day of Atonement, hey, stop. All right, stop playing around. Keep going.
Come on, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him. Chapter 5.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house over against the gate of the house. And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the courtyard, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter. Bad, sister.
Right, absolutely. Good night.
She was bad. She
Right.
stood in the middle of the room. He was like, all right, come on.
Right, yeah. Hey, look, once again, also too, like when you read the additions to Esther, it furthers the story of Esther right here. And Esther is in the New Testament. Is it the Old? Yeah, in the Old Testament. But when you read the additions to Esther in the Apocrypha, what you see is how beautiful this sister really was. It goes into grave detail of this sister. All right. And as you know, in Israel, man, like, ain't no woman better than a Black, Latino, or North American Indian woman ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can look at, any white woman, any East Indian, any Arab woman, whatever the case may be. They don't compare to the woman of the Most High.
Right.
All right. You know what I mean? I'll take whatever woman that you deem as ugly and show you the beauty of that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Most High does for these sisters. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing to clean somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
You lived a horrible life, a life of crime, a life of drug addiction, a life of whoredom. You know what I mean? But once again, once you have those laws, statutes, and commandments, once you have a moral compass about yourself, that person is transformed. They are brand new.
Right.
Same thing with a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. And that's the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, What wilt thou, Queen Esther? And what is thy request? It shall be given. It shall be even given thee to the half of the kingdom.
Look, this king is so enticed by the beauty of Esther that he said, look, baby, what do you want? You want this kingdom? Do you want all the pearls, the jewelry? Do you want do you want this half of this kingdom? Half of this palace? Like what do you want? Like this man is going all out. You know what I mean? Because of who Esther, like how beautiful the sister looks. You know what I mean? Keep going.
And she, if I could,
go ahead.
And she thought she was gonna die.
Right. And she thought that she was gonna die. Like once again, women have a superpower. It's called. They have a superpower. It's themselves. It's that beauty. It's that mind when it's when there's wisdom and they know how to manipulate and just entice a man.
If I could, on that word, the word manipulation has a bad connotation.
Absolutely.
Right? But it can be used for good.
Absolutely.
It can
like anything.
Be good. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you told me to bring up some other sisters.
Go ahead.
Like
you got
Abigail.
it. Right on time.
You understand? Abigail was one of those sisters who knew how to use her wit. Right. And her,
her virtue.
Her virtue.
Right.
You understand? To change things. So even though her husband, you want me to read it a little bit?
If you got it, you got it. Go ahead.
I got it. It's in 1 Samuel chapter 25.
That's right. Yep.
But it's such a long story. I think I might have to get to.
You trying to get straight to the point? Otherwise, actually, just paraphrase it because I want to be done by 9.
So if y'all don't know, y'all can definitely read it. It's in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 25. It talks about Abigail and her husband. Nabal.
Nabal is crazy.
So like
Nabal, that's crazy.
But Nabal, this is at the time where David and his men, were in need of shelter and food.
Right, that's right.
And Nabal, his name being unwise or something like that.
Yeah,
foolish.
yeah.
He turned those men away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Righteous men. He turned them away and told them that he would not feed or shelter them. You understand? And Abigail knew the righteousness of these men, knew that the Lord was with these men, and knew that it was her duty to step in and feed and shelter these men. So she went behind her husband's back. You know what I'm saying? To do what was righteous.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Like it was because she was trying to save this man's life. Right. Like Nabal was a disgusting drunk. Right. And he was what you would call today a bastard. Right. You know what I mean? A asshole. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's what he was. He was a terrible husband and a terrible brother, because when, like you said, when David and his men were traveling and they had a field full of food, and he was not trying to share. Like one thing what the Lord has always shown us is that we should give charity. Yeah. Charity is, love, is help, is support. Brotherhood. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. It's brotherhood. You know what I mean? And that brotherhood, Salakia. Never mind. You good. I thought I saw somebody. But that brotherhood is something that Nabal had lacked. And because of that, it almost got him killed. Right. But his wife is the one who saved, his behind. From not being killed. And ultimately, the Lord still unalived him. That man had a stroke or a heart attack, and he died. And then Abigail ended up marrying King David. You know what I mean? But anyway, keep going. Well, actually, which verse are you at?
I'm at the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 4.
That's at 5.
No, I'm slacking.
Sure about that?
I believe so. Yeah, I just finished 3.
Hold on. No. 5 and 3.
Chapter 5?
Chapter 5, verse 3.
Oh yeah, come on.
Okay, come on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Okay, keep going, because in a second I'm about to skip to the next chapter. Go ahead.
Okay. The book of Esther, chapter 5, verse 4. And Esther answered, if it seemed good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him.
Keep going.
Verse 5. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther has said. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom it shall be performed. Verse 7. Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king hath said.
Keep going.
Then went Haman forth that day, joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
Keep going. I'm going to summarize everything. Keep going.
Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself. And when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh, his wife. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches, and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king. Haman said, moreover, Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. And tomorrow am I invited unto her also with the king. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Like, this dude is all full of himself. He thinking he's special. You know what I mean? The queen done invited him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. If I
this
may,
is a
right?
white man for sure.
No, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. Nobody's pride. No one's more prideful than Esau. The white man. I mean, if you don't know now, throughout life, you will definitely see and understand that. What verse you at?
I'm about to be at 13.
13. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there, right? Well, let me see. Hold on. Actually, no. Keep going. Then I'm gonna summarize everything.
It says, and tomorrow am I invited unto her also with the king. Verse 13. Yet all this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. Then said Zeresh his wife and all his friends unto him, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high. And tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon. Then go thou and merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made. Right. So I'm gonna summarize it just real quickly. Then we'll go to chapter 6. So what's happening is that Esther, this whole plan that Esther had was to expose Haman. You know what I mean? And to show how prideful and disgusting he was. And then, the counsel that he had with his family, it said his wife, right? I'll just say with his family, his wife, with his family is that, what Haman should do to Mordecai. But what he don't know is that everything that Haman is doing towards the Jews, all the hatred, all the devices that he's setting up for them, oh man, it's going to be switched. It's going to be for him. All right. I'm giving away just a little bit, but just a little bit more to a part, to that part. Okay, keep going. Chapter 6. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus. And the king said, what honor and dignity hath been done to Mordecai for this? Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. Verse 5. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in. Verse 6. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart. So Haman had all these plans for Mordecai, concerning on how he was going to unalive him. So he thought in his heart that everything is fine. Everything is good, right? At this moment. Keep going. Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself? And Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighted to honor, let the royal apparel be brought which the king useth to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. Keep going. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighted to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor. I'm sorry, which verse is that? I'm going into 10. That was 9. 9. Okay, keep going. Then the king said to Haman, make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew, that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. All right, so now, just real quick. So now Haman, once again, is speaking with the king, king of Persia, concerning his plans for Mordecai on how to unalive him. And the king, again, he reiterates and give him the okay to go ahead and do it, but with specific instructions on not failing when he does this thing that, the king said to do. Keep going. Verse 11. Then took Haman the apparel and the horses and arrayed Mordecai and brought him on horseback through the street of the city and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning and having his head covered. And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh his wife unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him.
Right. So now we're seeing everything that Haman wanted to do to this brother because of his hatred for him. Now it's being reversed. All right. Now it's being reversed, and now he's crying and upset about it to to the same people that he spoke to originally. Okay. Which verse is that again? That was 13. Okay. 14, please.
Verse 14. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains and hastened to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared. Chapter 7. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther, the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, and I and my people to be destroyed. For we are sold, I and my people to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage.
Now stop right there. So now Esther is explaining to the king on, what this whole decree is really all about and exposing the evil of Haman. And right now, Esther has this man where she wants him because she's so beautiful in the sight of the king. Now she's, confiding in him about how dangerous and how vile this man that you have right next to you named Haman. So I want you to stop there and let's just jump real quickly to verse 7. No sweat, take the time. All right. Again, we are getting to the point. We are getting to the point to see, what this is really all about concerning the Feast of Purim. And again, for you sisters out there, man, who want to be, you sisters out there who want to be a woman of the Lord, like these stories right here is something that you should model after your life. All right, sister, the one sister, man, not just Abigail, but Deborah, where she was called a prophetess, but she did not, she was not a judge over Israel. But however, she was a woman that, the Most High dealt with, who gave her visions, and she gave it to a man. And she was just like a mother, just like any mother in the hood, all right? A mother that is going to look and judge a situation, but she was not over Israel. But however, because of these visions came to the Lord, she did the right thing, which was go to a man of the Lord. And from there, that's all you can do. And the man carries it out. All right, go ahead.
The book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so? And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make requests for his life to Esther, the queen, for he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king. Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, "Will he force the queen also before me in the house?"
Right. So Esther, once looks like it. Hey, warrior, move that over there. Move the incense over there. Just pick it up and grab it. Just put it over there. The why? That's just wrong. Yeah. But so what happened was Esther had, once again told the king about the evil of this man, and Haman came in to the palace, and somehow he tripped and fell on her bed where she was, and the king just happened to see it. So in the king's mind, like damn, like not only are you trying to take control of this situation, but now you're trying to take my woman as well. And that was the perfect opportunity. He asked no questions. He took care of Haman, and we are going to see how. Keep going.
As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face.
Damn. Good night. Like they wrapped that nigga up. The moment that the king saw that Haman was right in bed next to Esther, because what happened was he tripped and fell. It wasn't like he was really actually trying to get to Esther. But the fact that the king saw that image, he sent his security, his shamar, to wrap up this man and get him the hell out of there. Go ahead.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Shamar was so on point, he didn't even have to tell him that.
They
as the words came out of his mouth, they just back.
Yeah.
You ever seen the mob movies where they put the bag over your head
Absolutely.
and drag you away? Haman ain't
Look, the leader or the boss ain't got to say nothing. I know one situation in the UPK, man. There was a class going on, and there was somebody that was being disruptive. And I mean, the teacher didn't have to say anything. Security saw what was going on and got that brother out of here. And that brother almost, left out of the classroom on his way to the hospital because of how disrespectful and disruptive he was. You know what I mean? Because he loved white Jesus. He loved white Jesus so much that he couldn't control his emotions and his feelings for white Jesus. All right, like once again, man, his security was so on point. When they saw what the king saw, they wrapped this man up and got him out of there. Keep going.
And Harbanah, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, "Behold, also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai."
Right. Once again, in the last chapter, it mentioned the 50 cubits of this noose, of this rope that was for Mordecai, the gallows. All right, which is a rope. You know what I mean, for Mordecai. But now they're going to use it for Haman. Keep going.
Who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, "Hang him thereon." So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified.
Damn right. You see what I'm saying? You want to say something on that?
I mean, hey, that says a mouthful. Like this shows you how, you know what I'm saying, the Most High moves. You know what I mean? Like he put the spirit on Haman to be against his brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So much so that his wife even told him, have the king build this huge gallows to hang Mordecai from, all for it to be used for him to hang from.
Absolutely. Once again, man, like, when you try to come up against the Lord's children, the Most High is going to show you what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, because Mordecai was such a man of the Lord, that the king found favor in him. Not only just Esther, this woman that he raised up, that Mordecai raised up, You know, but also too, yeah, you got it. But also too, you know, he found favor in, you know, Mordecai, and everything that was established for Haman is going to be now established for Mordecai. Keep going.
If I could,
Yeah, go ahead.
This should be a lesson for people that think that, you know what I'm saying, you might think that things look one way, you know what I'm saying, and you think that the things you battling are coming from one thing,
Right.
but it's always from the Lord.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this right here, this lesson with Mordecai and Haman should go to show you, even when things look like they're getting set up to be against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound Christian, but it's God's plan. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? You gotta stand firm in the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand firm in your faith. Stand firm in knowing that, you know, this is not for nothing. This is no lightweight thing that we're doing. You understand? Because it might get tempting. You know what I mean? You're gonna get tempted, you're gonna get swayed left and right. You're gonna feel like, well, this has been going on. I've been in the truth for 20 years, and ain't nothing changing, ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? You might think that, and it might just be the Lord putting it on you to see if you're gonna shake or not.
Right,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So you just gotta make sure you stay grounded, man.
No, hey, give them a hand. They're right. That's it. And just to add on to Officer Ithazal's point of what he's saying, like the situation with Mordecai and Esther and what they went through in this captivity under the Persians. You know what I mean? Under the Persians is that they had to suffer and endure. They had to suffer and endure a wicked tyrant, a wicked rulership, just like very much today. The only thing that is the reason why that anyone in this room is alive, the reason why we are able to get through life right now is because we have the truth. Without the truth, I mean, it'll be worse. You know what I mean? Like can you imagine a world without being here? It's hell out there. Right. There is nothing out there for us but death. The only thing keeping you afloat is the mercy of the Most High. That's right. And that's what was shown to these brothers and sisters. Not only did Mordecai and Esther go through this, but the Jews, man. There was a whole entire hit by one man for all the Jews, all Black Latinos and North American Indians. Imagine that. It's no different than today, right now. Right. Donald Trump is Haman. He is Haman, or however you say that damn devil's name. He used ICE. He's still using ICE to put a hit on every so-called minority of this earth. Not only is Latinos getting, harassed and unalive, the Haitians, the Guatemalans, the North American Indians. And I'm surprised that no one is really speaking up about what's happening to the North American Indians, because it's been happening for a long time. Right. It's been on a hush-hush. But meanwhile, it's been happening to all of us as a collective. But understand, when you stand firm and as far as the obedience of the Most High, it will end soon. Now, the Bible does say, just paraphrasing, that this torment is only for a little time. It's for a short time. It may seem long. It may have been some years. But what happened to Israel and Iran just a second ago? So it's going to happen a lot more, to the point where Christ is really on his way, man, in any day. But while Christ is not here today or tomorrow or every day that we wake up and live our life, that means that we have work to do. Because when he does come, we should all be able to be rewarded by the Most High. It should be worth its while. I pray y'all understand. Keep going.
Chapter 8. On that day, did the king Ahasuerus give the house of Haman, the Jews' enemy, unto Esther the queen. Mm-hmm. And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther had told what he was unto her. And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it unto Mordecai. And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman. And
Good night, Salaki. Let's not pass that by. The king gave the ring that Haman had and gave it to Mordecai. So now Mordecai is the second in command to this Persian king. All right. And now he is over the house of Haman's family, meaning that Mordecai calls all the shots. And we are going to see what happens. Keep going. Which verse?
This is verse 2.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh, wait, is that chapter 7 or 8?
Chapter 8.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman. And Esther spake yet again before the king, and fell down at his feet, and besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman the Agagite and his device that he had devised against the Jews. Then the king held out the golden scepter toward Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king, and said, If it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and the thing seem right before the king, and I be pleasant in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the letters devised by Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, which he wrote to destroy the Jews which are in all the king's provinces. For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come unto my people? Or how can I endure to see the destruction of my kindred?
Look, this sister Esther will not let up on this man. She is pleading the case of, hey, look, man, I need you to fix what he has put in place, because you can only imagine that day is approaching where there's a flyer with your death date on it. And she is trying to reverse that decree, talk to the king to remove it, so that way the Jews, her people, are protected and safe. Because not only is she not like she's not being selfish, she's considering her people more than she's considering herself, which is absolutely a great quality that every woman and man should have. You have to be selfless and not selfish. Being selfish is such a terrible disease. You know what I mean? It's such a terrible disease that, I mean, it can kill you. You know what I mean? It can kill you in your loneliness. It can kill you in your relationships that you have with people. You don't want to be a selfish person. You want to be the type of person that do for others. It shouldn't always be about you. It should be about everyone else. And understand that you know, you will be rewarded, but don't look for it. Just do it because that's our job. All right, keep going.
Verse 7. Then the king Ahasuerus said unto Esther the queen, and to Mordecai the Jew, Behold, I have given Esther the house of Haman, and him they have hanged upon the gallows, because he laid his hand upon the Jews.
Right.
Verse 8. Write ye also for the Jews as it liketh you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. For the writing which is written in the king's name and sealed with the king's ring may no man reverse. Then,
now, Slide, if I could, let me just finish this. I'm gonna paraphrase everything real quick, so we can just get to 9 and that. All right. You know what I mean? So what verse was that? 7. All right. So everything that we read in the last.
That was 8.
Say it again.
That was verse 8.
Verse 8. Okay. Oh yeah. Con. So everything that we had read and went over, like the minor details that we went over in the last couple of chapters, the king reversed everything. Everything that Haman wanted, you know what I mean, and achieved with the king's request, with his signature, it's all being reversed. And Mordecai is the one that is now in place, you know, being second in command to the king, and is now going to turn this all on, not only on Haman, but his people. And the Jews are going to play a part in this as well, because they are going to destroy those heathens that were going to destroy them. Like imagine that, man. Imagine someone is coming to attack you, and you are now going to attack them. All right. So, for example, like verse 8. No, not verse 8, but so like the copy of the writing for commandments. So the first original flyer in a decree was about killing the Jews. Now it's going to be unaliving these Agagites. Okay, and then also too with the gallows being for Haman, he was going to be hung as well. And then there's one more I'm missing though. It says something about the Jews. Do you see that part?
Which one?
Read verse 11. That's what I'm looking for.
Chapter 8, verse 11?
Yeah, 8 verse 11.
The book of Esther, chapter 8, verse 11, wherein the king granted the Jews which were in every city to gather themselves together and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people and province that would assault them, both little ones and women, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Good night. So now once again, like the Jews were supposed to be destroyed. Every man, woman, child, and the spoils were supposed to be taken. But now it's reversed. It's going to be the other way around. And once again, like this is righteous, man. Like when you have the Lord on your side, who can come up against you? And this is what bothers me the most. We are now in another captivity when this was thousands of years ago. This should have gave us inspiration so that we would never be in a situation like this. Now we're in another captivity under another oppressor, and we are crying out, looking for help, looking for some type of justice from a people who don't even know what the hell that even means. We're looking for equality. We're looking for some type of sympathy and empathy from a people that it does not exist in their nature whatsoever. In order for us to change this, and I can't wait because I'm glad this is the last captivity. Lord allow, this is the last captivity, because after this, no more. And this would just be history. This would just be something that sounds like a fairy tale, because life is going to go on for generations, and we are just going to be in power. Go ahead.
It'll be the book of Esther.
It'll be the book of Esther all over again. The book of Esther is just going to be like, the book of America. The same thing that happened in Esther, the same thing that's happening today. The same thing that happened with the Passover. You better believe, man, it's going to happen again. I mean, when Christ returns, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be bloodier than the Passover. I pray you understand. If you thought the Passover is one hell of a deliverance, man, boy oh boy, it's going to happen in a short time as well. Like it said that Christ's garment is going to be dipped. I mean, it's going to look like his garment was dipped in a wine press. A wine press is the process of you making, wine from the grapes. His whole garment is going to be drenched in blood of the slaughter or the unaliving of our enemies, which is well deserved. Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead. You got it.
Could you get Jeremiah 16 and 15? And read that over the show? Because I was just going to piggyback off what you said.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
What we're going through now, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're going through right now is just a continuation of the Bible. 16 and 15. This is just a continuation of the Bible.
That's all.
The Bible ain't
done.
It ain't concluded. Revelation is not the end. You
Right.
understand? Revelation is
to reveal.
Right. So it ain't happened yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We still waiting on it to be revealed. If you could read that book.
Come on.
Well, Jeremiah. So like some things have been revealed, but it's not done yet.
Right.
To your point, it's like
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel.
Read 14, Bible.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the day comes, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right, because that's what we talk about all day, every day. So we're about to celebrate April 4th, the Lord bringing the children of Israel out of Egypt.
Yeah, right.
Also known as the Passover.
Right.
You understand? It's going to come a day where nobody's going to talk about that anymore. That's
Right.
like the greatest story out of the Bible, the
Right.
Exodus. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They make movies about it. They replay the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they make reimaginations of the story. You know what I'm saying? Even today, they still use terms like a new Exodus.
Right.
You know
Right.
There needs to be a new Exodus and things like that. Well, it's not going to be talked about.
Right.
The Exodus is old. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say, well, yeah, that was way back then. But did you hear about what the new thing that the Most High did?
Yeah.
And that's this. Read.
I'm just going to 15 out.
Yeah.
Verse 15.
Oh.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel.
But they're not going to talk about what the Lord did before, but the Lord liveth that did what?
That brought up the children out of Israel from the land of the north.
Read that one more time.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
From the land of the what?
Of the north.
Of North America.
Of north.
Of the north.
Yeah, right.
You understand? And
from all the lands wherein he had driven them.
And from all the lands from which we have been driven. The 12 tribes of Israel are scattered throughout the whole entire earth, man.
Right.
And it's going to be talked about more than the book of Exodus.
That's right.
When the Lord frees us out of this captivity, get that in here.
Yeah, right. Once again, the water for that slide. You had a scripture? You.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. It's like I thought you had one from earlier. No sweat. It's a lot of the way you looked up. But no sweat. But so like let's stop there. Can we jump to Esther chapter 9 verse 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
The book of Esther chapter 9 verse 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of the same yearly, as the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, in the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day.
Now, Salakia, this is the reason why we celebrate the Feast of Purim. It's because it was a day of pain and sorrow and suffering, languish, but it turned into joy. It turned into a celebration, turned into, mercy. Because again, we were on our way to be unalive because of a prideful bastard that felt disrespected by a man that did not want to bow and show him, reverence? Yesterday we were at reverence, right? Didn't want to show him any type of honor. You know what I mean? As if Haman was really somebody. Like the king really had the goddamn power. You know what I mean? And this is what we are seeing right now. But of course, the Most High showed the true power, his power. And he showed it through Mordecai. He showed it through Esther. So we celebrate this day. And I love these days too, because it always highlights somebody or someone. But of course, it always brings it back full circle to the Most High. Keep going.
As the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions on to another, and gifts to the poor.
Once again, a celebration, man. It's time to feast. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Back to what I mentioned about the Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
For you Muslims,
I see.
Police be upon you. We wasn't told to keep Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't told to put ash on our forehead. We were told to do what? Feast and joy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't told to fast and stop eating.
Right.
We weren't told to be mourning, because that's what Ash Wednesday is about. It's about mourning.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We weren't told to mourn. So what are you goddamn Christians celebrating?
Right.
What God are you serving?
Right.
You're not serving the God of the Bible because that's not what he told us. That's not what we're told to do in this Bible.
Right.
We're not told to put ash on our foreheads. We're not told to mourn. We're not told to stop eating for 30 damn days.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We're told to have a goddamn party, man.
Right.
Like niggas do.
Right.
Because the Bible is a nigga book, man.
Right.
And the God of the Bible is a nigga God.
Yeah,
and
right.
you goddamn devils are putting ash on your forehead like some fools.
Right.
You Negroes need to stop following the oppressor.
That's right.
That's your problem. You want to follow every heathen and every damn abomination that they do. Man, we're not doing that, man. We're doing what the Lord say, man.
No, damn right. Damn right. No, and that's really on point. I can see how they use that. And I do want to say, maybe Kodash had mentioned this maybe last year as far as the Ash Wednesday thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, but also too, I find it funny because that whole festival is rooted in violence and, you know, sexual deviancy as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Captain Tazaria, he just brought that out maybe like in the month of February last month on one of his Card Chronicles because someone asked about it. All right. Same thing with Mardi Gras. It's no different. All right. Just wicked. Keep going.
And of sending portions one to another and gifts to the poor.
Uh-huh.
And the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them.
Right, and also too, the reason why we were celebrating, man, is because we ain't got shit to worry about. You know what I mean? Everything that we were worried about as far as us being unalived, being unalived by this goddamn oppressor, the Haman, the Agagite. Now our worries are, lifted away, gone away, because that wicked man was exposed and he's unalived, and the people of Haman is going to be unalived as well. Keep going.
Because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head.
Imagine that.
And that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows.
Good night. That's the part. I know I kept saying Haman, but it came with a little bit of a surprise. His family were going to be right next to him. How beautiful is that?
That's right.
You know what I mean? How beautiful is that? You was trying to unalive Mordecai and his family, the Jews. And now, I mean, instead of that, it is you and your family. You disgusting bastards, man. I can't wait. Like, I don't know what the Most High plans is for Donald Trump and his family. But man, the Most High does keep certain people alive for a very long time for a purpose, to destroy them. You know what I mean? And hopefully, Lord allow, if Christ returns and Donald Trump is still alive, still with us, you know what I mean? We can see a public display of his fall. And boy, will it be glorious.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Okay. Wherefore they call these days Purim after the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them and upon their seed and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing and according to their appointed time every year.
So you may be wondering, like, what is the Feast of Purim? Why do we talk about Esther? Why is it for 2 days? It's in the scriptures.
Right.
The story of the story of Esther is about our deliverance from our enemy, by the hand of our enemy. And this is why we celebrate to remember. We don't remember St. Patrick's Day. We don't remember Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas.
Right.
Who gives a damn about your birthday? Who gives a damn about Mother's Day or Father's Day? that has no significance, if I'm saying that right. Excuse my language barrier. You know what I mean? It has no value.
It's that Minnesota accent.
Whatever, shut up. You know what I mean? It holds no weight, it holds no value, no importance whatsoever. But however, the Feast of Purim does. I mean, niggas want to barbecue for every goddamn thing. Somebody just got out of jail, which I ain't mad at, barbecue. But every holiday, come on, man. Barbecue or celebrate this day, it means something. This is about you.
That's right.
You are the Jews, not those fake ones over there in Israel.
Getting bombed.
Exactly. Those are not the real, and I guarantee you, they're not celebrating the Feast of Purim. They are trying to survive. And for you, for you Muslims that are, intermediate fasting, I'm sure that y'all are trying to eat and find all the food possible because you're getting bombed too over there. So I can only imagine that, Ramadan is just, we may try that next year. You know what I mean? Because y'all are in hell right now. A little small piece, of course. Keep going. Which verse?
Verse 20. Wait, hold on. We are verse 27.
Go ahead. Let's finish this off.
Okay. No, 28. Verse 28. And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed.
Now, once again, teach your family, teach your children, and your children's children to keep the feast of Purim. You know, Shalom, no Christ. I need 50 push-ups at the end of class. So, you know what I mean? Like we have to continue on this tradition. You gotta stop. You gotta stop the tradition of holidays and birthdays and things of that sort, because that has nothing to do with us. Purim, once again, man, was about the Most High delivering our people from the hands of our enemy, and it's going to happen again.
Right.
But you gotta show the Most High something. You gotta show him that you are deserving. Right now, with all the drugs and the holidays, and just having your head stuck between the white man's legs, just show that you don't give a damn. Yeah, good. Salaka, good night. I had to go there. I had to go there because everybody is kissing the white man's behind, and it shows. You know what I mean? Like thank the Lord for the UPK, man. Thank the Lord for that. Because I'm doing whatever I can to make my election sure. I don't know when Christ is coming. I don't know when my life. I mean, if I die or if I won't. But however, I want to know that I have a place in the. I want to make sure I have a reward. I have a crown. You know what I mean? I would hate to waste my time and my life behind the devices of Esau and lose what is owed to me based on the work that I put in. All right? Keep going out. Let's finish that off.
The book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Then Esther, the queen, the daughter of Abihail, and Mordecai, the Jew, wrote with all authority to confirm the second letter of Purim. And he sent the letters unto all the Jews to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Ahasuerus, with words of peace and truth.
Right. Look, man. Like they were stressed out of their mind, and they thought that they was going to lose their life. Yeah. And now they're being sent letters letting them know, man. Hey, this is Purim. Enjoy yourself. Celebrate. You got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? That's absolutely amazing, man. Because most people would probably kill themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean? In a situation like that. Man, once again, man, imagine your death being on public display. And they used to do it in the South, in the North, everywhere. It's no different. Like what happened back then is no different than today. But in order for that to change, we have to change. We got to show the Most High that we are serious about his business, about his high holy days and holy convocations. Keep going.
Verse 31. To confirm these days of Purim in their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had enjoined them, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed the matters of the fastings in their cry. And the decree of Esther confirmed these matters of Purim, and it was written in the book.
Right. This is why we should remember a sister like Esther.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this sister Esther listened and followed after a man of the Lord, she was in a place to free her people. Right. Once again, you sisters have power. Learn how to do something righteous with it. Don't waste your talents. You know what I mean? Like so many sisters out here, man, who done lost their life because they don't know how to use what they have. And they give it to a people who don't deserve it. You strip yourself of all of your power and strength, and you give it to another people, and it's just wasted. It's perverted. Understand that Black women are needed when it comes to the Black man. Like, we need each other in these days and times. You sisters out there that say that y'all don't need a man, just wait until New York gets bombed, Minnesota gets bombed, all California gets bombed. You won't be saying that for too much longer. We had to be on one accord, just like Mordecai and Esther was on one accord. All right. So with that, you want to say something?
No.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's heavy when it says and it was written in the book. Like this is why we celebrate Purim, because that's what's written in the book.
Right.
Ash Wednesday ain't written in the book.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ramadan ain't written in the book.
Good night.
But we do this why? Because it was written in the book.
Damn right.
And what are you doing? You going outside the book. You doing you leaning on your own understanding, your own interpretations, and reading this book and that book, and you all lost. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why Christ ain't returned. You wonder why we still need salvation to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they're right. Give it in. That's it. I think that's how you end the class. Most High Christ. So like with that being said, I imagine. All right. So like again, we are over the time just a little bit. The water for bearing with me. I'm sure y'all ain't got nowhere to go, right? Okay, I think so. All right, so let's get our margin. We'll find out we're done, which means face the east.
Where we supposed to be?
Damn right. I heard that. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shukah. Yahweh. Allah Akbar. Taba'ah. Atazaka. Haya. Aisha. Barataza. Haya. Bashemayim. Dalanaw. Come. Call. Yawam. Basalakanaw. Kabawaknawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawaknawa. Wala'ah. Taba'aynaw. Manasaya 1. Abol. Hawashaynawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Lakab. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'taparah. La'ulamya. Aman. The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. So, like, if I could. ISUPK power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. To the evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. In the school.
school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
Treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And drug dealers.
The court system.
Court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amulite synagogues and armies.
Amulite synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Works of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
Radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us.
and bring swift destruction
Bring swift destruction
to all the heathens
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or try to stop us
of trying to stop
from
us.
broadcasting your words
Broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
Let loose all the plagues.
cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro.
through the earth and consume them.
To the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
Let the plagues in the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murder.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down to flying saucers
come down with flying saucers.
and punish all the heathen
Punish all the heathen
that come up against us
come against us.
as we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause it to be known by all
that it is the angel that have done it.
that it is the angel that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause it to be spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to shake thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Lord.
So be it. All right, sorry, which means the turn. All right, men of Israel, my Shabbat, I imagine. Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakah.
Yahweh, hands to your side, sorry to the sister. All right, men of Israel, my Shabbat, I imagine. Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh, class dismissed.
He parted the Red Sea, and an entire nation of Israel walked out of slavery.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.